Hello and welcome to Inside Via Christi. Hope you're having a good day. We'll start our headlines with a new model community survey that all employees will be asked to participate in very soon. Now, this is a very important part of what we do, and we're asking for everyone's input. Your voice counts. The survey will happen May 28th through June 17th. We'll have a lot more information about the model community survey in the coming days. Make sure you look for it right here on VShare. Best for Baby is a great service that is offered at no cost to all Via Christi employees. The program offers prenatal navigation by a registered nurse to expectant mothers.
I think nowadays people are more concerned about their health, and we have had some success stories where we've helped women in their pregnancy prevent a problem where they'd have to be possibly admitted to the hospital. And so therefore, it is a good preventative program for the ladies in Best for Baby. It helps them get support that maybe they wouldn't get from their physician. And we call them throughout their pregnancy. If they're high risk, then we'll call them more often. And so that, in the long run, will help prevent any unneeded hospital stays.
To enroll, all you have to do is call 316-689-5155 and leave a message with your name, number, and a good time to talk. A registered nurse will return your call and an information packet will be sent to you. Via Christi President and CEO Jeff Korsmo took some time out of his busy schedule recently to catch up with the kids at our Child Development Center. Jeff read to the kids during the Week of the Young Child, and that's a national celebration of kids. Our CDC is a wonderful program available for all Via Christi employees. The great teachers at the CDC will watch kids from the ages of 2 weeks to 5 years, and they even have a great summer rec program for kids from 5 to 12.
Well, I just spent a great last half hour or so reading to 3 different classrooms of our kids. And they were about as interested and engaging and fun as you could be, as I'm sure they are at home as well. They were showing me their fingernails, they were showing me their pajamas, they were telling me their names, they were telling me their ages, they were telling me your names as their parents. I had a great time. We have a wonderful resource here at Via Christi CDC, and it's obvious to me the staff, they all do a terrific job for our kids.
If you're interested in excellent child care for your kiddos, please contact Leah McClish at 268-5073. Now we have time for a few important updates from Jeff Korsmo. Jeff, we know the leadership team is emphasizing quality and safety. Any updates?
You've heard us talking about in various venues our high reliability organization journey. By that we mean with an engaged group of colleagues around all of Via Christi, together we will create the best quality, safety, and service for our patients and the best environment for all of us to work in. What I wanted to let you know is that there are several things coming up that you'll be seeing, that you'll be experiencing. In May, late May and early June, we'll all participate in the Model Community Survey, which is a survey that focuses on how we feel about working here at Via Christi and also about the quality environment that we have. So that's a very important part of this quality journey. Then our leaders here at Via Christi are working right now on training for all of us in quality and in service. It includes things like those of us in leadership roles, what's our role in rounding and being part of engaging with all of you in this quality journey. So our goal is to pull this together, to communicate it to you well, and to have very effective but as simple as possible plans for you to learn about quality, to learn about safety, to learn about service. Hold us to that. It's something that we owe you as part of this quality journey, and it's something we'll work on together as we move toward our goal of 0 serious safety events by the end of 2020 and 40% reduction in serious safety events in the next 3 years. It'll be an exciting journey. We'll be successful together.
That's good information. Now, National Volunteer Appreciation Week was April 21st through the 27th, and I understand you have a few comments about our volunteers you'd like to share.
We have over 900 volunteers at Via Christi, and they play a really important role in caring and serving our patients and actually serving us as staff of Via Christi every day. I know every time I walk in one of our facilities, I feel very welcomed, and I know that every patient and their family members feel the same way. Our volunteers are working even more than they have in the past in the areas of service and rounding, making sure that the needs of our patients are being met and being eyes and ears for the rest of us in the care of our patients. So join me in thanking and expressing your appreciation to all of our volunteers who are a very important part of Via Christi.
Thanks, Jeff. Our nurses do a lot of great work throughout Via Christi. Now, each year, a select few nurses receive the honor of the St. Catherine of Siena Nursing Awards. Let's take a look at this year's winners. Keisha Humphreys leads the group as the 2013 St. Catherine of Siena Nurse Recognition Award recipient. She was chosen as the nurse who best represents the Via Christi core values of human dignity, stewardship, and excellence. Keisha is the service line administrator for oncology and has spent her entire 20-year nursing career working with cancer patients. Polycarp Polly Mokama is the new to nursing award recipient. Polly works at Via Christi Village on McLean. Polly started there as a nutrition aide in 2004 and later became a certified nurse assistant. He believes in treating the residents with dignity and care. Elizabeth Hedges is the St. Catherine of Siena Core Values Human Dignity Award winner. Over the course of her 35-year career, Betty has worked in the surgical intensive care unit, trauma, and now is in pre-op recovery. A colleague says she is one of the most compassionate nurses they have ever met. Michelle Hemberger wins the stewardship honor. She is the clinical care coordinator for 5 West at Via Christi Hospital on Harry. She has used a quality standard methodology called 5S that has led to reduction in supply usage and waste. She has also led an effort called No One Left Behind that makes sure staff covers for each other during lunches, breaks, and other situations. Our St. Catherine of Siena Core Values Excellence Award winner is Kaylin Dusick. Kaylin decided to change careers and become a nurse after her family struggled to understand her sister's life-threatening medical condition and care. Dusick has worked in trauma surgical ICU at Via Christi Hospital on St. Francis since 2001. All very deserving, great work. And we have some athletic Via Christi employees who have had a chance to show their abilities through several Via Christi sponsored events recently. Let's take a look.
3, 2, 1.
In keeping with our commitment to healthy communities, Via Christi is making a difference in Kansas by sponsoring the inaugural Prairie Fire Half Marathon. More than 2,000 runners entered the event on a chilly Sunday morning, and most seemed to have a pretty good time. Via Christi also had a presence in the Heart Walk. Many people came to the Via Christi booth to have a wellness screening and learn more about programs Via Christi has to offer. The effort helped the American Heart Association raise money for cardiovascular and stroke research and education. Via Christi teams competed in the hard charge obstacle course and run. The grueling 4-mile test included icy cold water, plenty of mud, and other challenging obstacles. Hard Charge helped create awareness for Children's Miracle Network hospitals at Via Christi Health.
Oh, this was a lot of fun. It was really hard and really challenging, but we had a great time.
Now on to our Difference Maker segment. Respiratory therapists do a lot of important work throughout our facilities. Recently, we had a group of respiratory therapists nominated as Difference Makers. Let's see why.
What had happened was I received a call from one of the therapists that they were tied up in the intensive care unit that they were responsible for, and they just asked, could we come and help? And so I think the word spread among the other RTs, and we all went up to that location.
A group of respiratory therapists was nominated as Difference Makers because of their willingness to help an associate who was busy with a difficult situation. These therapists were working the night shift, a challenging time when the hospitals are quiet but can get active in a hurry.
One of our coworkers had gotten a new burn admit, and that can be a pretty lengthy process. And then she also got a new PI admit, and that can be time-consuming too. And she still had patients on the 8th floor, and so we all just went up to the 8th floor, like 7 of us.
The therapists delayed their breaks to take care of patients first and be difference makers with their associate as well as those they served. Some were surprised we were even producing a video about them. They say this is how they operate all the time.
Actually, for them, it's probably almost routine, but for me, I just thought it was a neat story, and I wanted to kind of thank them for taking care of the patients that night.
It's just kind of what we do around here. Every night, I'll get 3 or 4 calls asking if I need any help, and if I get done early, I always call everyone and see if they need help. It's just kind of the culture.
It's part of the team building that we have. I mean, everybody's assigned an area with certain patients, but you have to remember that in the end, they're everybody's patients.
The tight-knit group works well together and makes certain patients are well cared for. It's the kind of attitude and work ethic that makes their supervisor proud to be associated with them.
Well, it's a neat group. I just, I think they really work very well together and routinely will provide assistance when needed to kind of help each other out. Our work in general is very volatile. It's in, the patient activities, when things are crazy, it gets really crazy, and when it's slow, it can slow down suddenly. So I think they're used to adapting and adjusting and working together to take care of our patients.
And now it's time for a mission moment with Lynette.
Hello, we're taping this month's Mission Moment on April 22nd, Earth Day. And it's a great time for us to remember and recommit to our core value of stewardship. We responsibly care for all resources entrusted to us. In the book of Genesis, we hear that God created the heavens and the earth and all that is in them, and entrusted them to us to be good stewards. That includes the earth, its resources, our material and financial goods, and our own skills and talents. Remember the story of the red paper clip? I invite you during this coming month that when you're out and about in your ministry or in the store, on the street, or in your home, wherever you find yourself, if you happen to see a paper clip, stop, let it remind you of our value of stewardship, and recommit to that value. And while you're at it, pick up that paper clip and put it to good use. Thank you.
That's all the time we have again this month. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.